I wanted to mention this match especially. I think this for me is my result of the day.
Hmm.
It's really pleased me seeing this scoreline. Gael Monfils beating Taylor Fritz in 4 sets and becoming, well, the oldest, at his age of 38. I don't want to keep banging on about people's ages, but he is sort of breaking records, I think, by getting through to the fourth round aged 38. He's the second oldest man after Roger Federer to reach the fourth round of the Australian Open since 1988. And who would have thought, he's had such a fantastic start to the season, winning the title in Auckland, and now, coming on, winning 3 rounds here, beating Taylor Fritz, the fourth seed. Did you see this one coming? Because I think we both put Pericard to come out of this section of the draw, to come out of that first round match with Monfils. So I didn't see this coming, really. I didn't think Monfils would maybe be able to back up his win in Auckland, but I'm so pleased that he has and that he's here at this stage.
I mean, you kind of meant I can't really say that I did see this coming because you kind of outed me there, Kim. We both did not see this one happening. I think what's so nice about this is that we were at the media day at UTS and he was talking about his future in tennis. He did talk about the fact he was 38. He might not have that much more time on court ahead of him. And we did talk about this on the last podcast, Joel and I, about the balance maybe being that he'd like to spend more time with his daughter, taking a flight at Christmas. And I felt like he was maybe a little bit down about kind of life on tour in the end. And that's obviously not what's happened. He's come out and he's won 8 matches in a row. He's been the oldest player to win a title. And now he's just beaten the fourth seed. And I was a little bit emotional watching it because he's so happy. He had a wonderful dance at the end. It's such a fantastic moment for him that, even though he's had all these injuries and people might think his best days are behind him, well, I mean, Taylor Fritz is arguably at the peak of his career, and
Mm.
Monfils is actually making him look like he's a bit slower on court, and Monfils looks like he can do a lot more damage from the back of the court. So, I mean, it was an unbelievable scene to watch, and you just think, well, he had a 5 set match, he's had some long matches, and then he still managed to pull this one off. So, who's to say he can't go further in the tournament?
Absolutely. And, Taylor Fritz, yes, fourth seed, sort of like you said, kind of at his highest rank is ever, his career high. He'll be a bit gutted, I think, to have sort of lost so early on. I think he would have been really hoping to go deep. And, obviously Monfils has played fantastic tennis, but you must think sort of losing to like a veteran of the tour isn't the best look for you. But one consolation for Fritz is that he will not lose his ranking position. He's still going to be at number 4 in the world, unless there is a caveat, unless Alex de Minaur wins the Australian Open. So I guess he'll be hoping
Aussie
that
fans
Yannick Sinner
rejoice.
does
Yeah.
beat him in the quarterfinals. But yeah, I think, Fritz would have been hoping for a lot better. Is there anything that you think Fritz really needs to focus on to avoid these kind of upsets, happening in future slams the rest of the season?
I think he's been a bit unlucky sometimes by having very easy draws. He's come through very simply in quite a few slams when he's had like a quarterfinal or, a semi-final previously. And what makes me think that that doesn't help is that if you play against a really tough opponent like Gael and the points are long, it doesn't prepare you for the best sort of your best sort of matches and the best match on the day because the longer the point went on, the less likely like Taylor Fritz was going to win it. And I think he kind of backed off quite a lot in these moments, thinking, you know what, I'm going to wear him out. He's 38. He can't keep running like this. And I think at those moments, I would have liked to have seen someone who has just made a Grand Slam final be more aggressive and actually dictate the points more. And I think obviously this was a fantastic performance, but as you say, it's not necessarily the sort of result you'd be thinking Taylor Fritz would have. You'd have thought potentially it would have gone at least 5, or it would have been a bit more of a close encounter when it came to some of those big moments. But Monfils was a level above. So for him, a bit back to the drawing board. Clay is not his happy hunting ground. So I think he'll be looking forward to the grass court action and kind of slamming some of those serves down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even better news for Monfils as well. His wife, Elina Svitolina, on the same court a little later in the
Gem's
day,
life.
beat Jasmine Paolini, who was also the number 4th seed. So they've both beaten the top 4 seed today. And Svitolina, especially, she bageled Paolini in the 3rd set. So really finishing that match very strong. And yeah, they're both into the second week of the AO. G.E.M.S life is going strong. What can we say?
It is going strong. I watched that match and Paolini looked like she was going to be 6-2, 6-2, Svitolina was not necessarily playing her best game, but interestingly, she's back with her old coach. Um, I think it's Alex Bettles who she was with before. That she then split with him in 2021, but that was the coach that she won the end of season finals with, and then she swapped, I think, to Raymond Schutt. I want to say, listeners, please do correct me if that is inaccurate. And now they're back together because she wanted to make sure that she had someone in her corner that she knew that she worked really well with. And it's great to see after injuries that she's back at, well, another deep run at a major because she's so good at making the last 16 of majors. And she's had semi-finals before, so we'll have to see how she does. But either way, I mean, what a fantastic result for a couple. And surely that's got to be a stat that no tennis couple has beaten top five seeds on the same day. You'd think.
Yeah, you'd think, and actually, I thought Alex de Minaur and Katie Boulter might have been the couple of the tournament, but I think Monfils and Svitolina have
Badosa
won that
Tsitsipas.
battle. But yeah, but in terms of both of their results and success on the court this tournament, I think G.E.M.S Life win that one. And actually, Chris, I was surprised. I think in our preview episode that you hadn't maybe put Svitolina down
I had her
to
winning
go
it
on a bit of
last
a
year, didn't
run.
I?
Yes, you
Yeah.
do sometimes, don't you?
I
So
love a bit of Svitolina.
absolutely.